Hello and welcome to this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. Bringing you the news, I'm Chalani Ratnavira. We start off with a look at your local news. The Ministry of Finance has confirmed that preliminary discussions are currently underway between Sri Lankan authorities and the International Monetary Fund ahead of the fund's fifth review of Sri Lanka's extended fund facility arrangement. Deputy Minister of Finance Dr. Anil Jayantha Fernando stated that the talks are being led by IMF Sri Lankan Mission Chief Evan Papajojo along with a delegation of IMF officials. These discussions were initiated following a recent meeting with President Anurukumara Dissanayake. Dr. Fernando noted that the IMF team is engaging with several key state institutions that play a vital role in the country's economic framework. These include the Inland Revenue Department, Sri Lanka Customs, the Ceylon Electricity Board, the Public Utilities Commission and the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation. The discussions are expected to conclude tomorrow, according to the Deputy Minister. Moving on to more local news. The Ministry of Transport, Highways, Ports and Civil Aviation has announced the launch of a fresh call for private sector expressions of interest to develop operations and infrastructure at the Mattala Rajapaksa International Airport. Deputy Minister Ruan Kodituakku stated that a cabinet paper will be submitted to formalize the process and attract new investors to the underutilized facility. Previously, cabinet approval had been granted to hand over airport operations to a Russian-Indian joint venture, but the agreement was later abandoned. One party involved had been subject to US sanctions, raising concerns over national airspace sovereignty and prompting the government to withdraw from the deal. The Deputy Minister emphasized that the government will carefully evaluate all proposals received through the new call for interest and select suitable investors to revitalize the airport. Currently, MRIA incurs an annual loss of approximately 3 billion rupees.
International news.
In international news, President Emmanuel Macron has said that France will officially recognize a Palestinian state in September. In a post on X, Macron said the formal announcement would be made at a session of the UN General Assembly in New York. He wrote, quote, "The urgent need today is for the war in Gaza to end and for the civilian population to be rescued. Peace is possible. We need an immediate ceasefire, the release of all hostages, and massive humanitarian aid to the people of Gaza." End quote. Palestinian officials welcomed Macron's decision, while Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the move rewards terror following Hamas's 7th October 2023 attack in Israel.
Sports news.
And finally in sports, Emma Raducanu beat 4 times Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka 6-4, 6-2 in their first career meeting to reach the quarterfinals of the Washington Open yesterday. Raducanu, US Open champion in 2021, next faces former world number 3 Maria Sakkari after the Greek stunned American second seed Emma Navarro in straight sets. Well, that's a wrap of this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. Thank you for watching.